Good morning, guys. I just want to jump on real quick and make a video with my experience with my sound healing therapy. Um, I don't recommend anything until I myself do extensive research on it and then try it out on my own. So every protocol that I have recommended, whether it's for migraines, GI issues, anxiety, depression. Um, I have either tried it out on myself or I have tried it out on other people. I don't have diabetes, but I have experience with helping people reconcile their diabetes diagnosis, for example. So, this healing therapy, I've been doing a bunch of research on frequency, vibration, sound therapy. I know that you guys have seen it. It's coming pretty out there in the mainstream right now. A lot of sound bowls, um, incorporating floating in water and this has been around, this kind of therapy has been around for a very long time. There was a guy by the name of Rife, Rife, that invented this machine back in, I believe it was the early 1900s. And he was actually, curing a lot of illnesses um, with that invention, discovery, whatever you want to call it. Um, but I really got sparked when I moved to the beach. One of my neighbors, we were having a discussion about it, and he has some background in it. And he gave me a book to read called Tuning the Human Biofield by Eileen McCusick. And this lady has done, I think she spent like 27, 30 years mapping out the human biofield, your energy field, and using sound tuning forks. Oh, look, I hit it. Using tuning forks to um, comb through your biofield and tune it up and get it back where it needs to be. So I would recommend one, start doing some research into this. Um, I would sound healing, frequency healing, Schumann resonance is another thing, the Rife machine, grounding mattresses and mattress covers. There's a lot of things that you can research in this, but I think the biggest thing that it does is that it moves your energy and it rebalances everything. And the thing that I've seen is that my tension and my stress have left my body. So I always hold all of my tension and my stress and my traps and my neck and all these muscles going up into the back of my neck. And as after reading the book, I did some research here in St. Pete, and I found a lady that does the sound therapy, the tuning of the human biofield is what it's called. And she does 3 sessions. You do them a week apart, and that tunes you up. That puts everything back into balance. Hopefully, you can do it in 3 sessions. So I went and I did 3 sessions in June, and I wanted to see how long, and I'm trying to gauge to see how long I have to go in between sessions for a tune up. So I went the 3 sessions initially I did in June, and then I just went last week on Thursday for the tune up. So let me tell you how the 3 sessions work first. So the first session, you're in a private room, like a massage. You're on a massage table, kind of in a massage setting, very quiet. She has all her tuning forks and instruments all around, sound bowls all around you. Um, and she starts by opening up your energy channels. Like, so you get into kind of a meditative, relaxed state. She opens them up. I'm not quite sure how this all works. Just I'm here to tell you that it does work. So she found that I had some disturbances in my root chakra and my throat chakra on my left side. By reading the book, it tells you that that is your feminine mother. That's your mother side. The right side is your father side, and it's kind of like the history of your life. So we went through, she works from the outside in, it's like the rungs of a tree, and she starts combing the field and finding disturbances in the field. And when she gets to a place where there's a disturbance, then she uses the different frequencies to move that energy. And she could pinpoint areas in my life that I had some significant trauma or issues that I was dealing with. And she knew some great details, not knowing me at all. So that was kind of freaky in of itself. Freaky and fun and exciting, because I think there's another realm here that she was able to tap into. And me knowing about the sound frequency, or reading about it, or understanding about it, we were able to work together to release some of this energy real quick. Energy that I didn't think I was holding on to, but obviously I was holding on to it, because after the session, after all those 3 sessions, every single session I saw more improvement. But after the 3 sessions, the tension in my neck and my upper traps that I have been spending, 20 years trying to physically manipulate and get that tension out with a sound, it just has dissipated. Some of the experiences that I experienced during the session, there was one point where we were working on the stuck energy in my root chakra, and my body temperature just went through the roof. I felt like I was going to burst out in tears and cry, but the crying never came. It was just like this feeling of, when you get all choked up and you're emotional and you're going to just lose it. But I didn't lose it. I just released it. And then there's another section that we had some stuck energy, and I laughed, and that moved the energy. The laugh moved the energy. So incredible experience. So the first session, we worked really on the root chakra, and your root chakra is safety, security, grounding. And then the second session, she actually flipped me over and then actually did some tuning forks, touching my areas on the back up into the skull. So the frequency was actually going in and dissipating into your cells. She put some sound bowls. I had the coolest experience. So you go face down, massage table, and she has these rolling tables that she sets up all the sound bowls around you. And she starts doing the sound bowls, and you feel like surround sound is one thing, but you feel like you're immersed in the sound, like you're part of the sound. It is the most incredible experience. I would highly recommend it for anyone just to experience that. She put a big bowl, one of the big Tibetan bowls that had a crystal in the middle of it, and it was filled with water. And she placed it on my back, and all the way down my back and down to my feet, and did that. And so the sound is just vibrating through your whole entire body. It's the most peaceful. It's hard to describe, to be in a place where no stress, no worry, no anxiety. It's just total peace, is the best way to describe it. It's an amazing feeling. I hope you get to experience this sometime in your lifetime. Um, and then the third session, we worked on my throat chakra, because that was the other place of imbalance. So I had imbalance on my root and imbalance on my throat. And a lot of that was um, being stifled or not allowed to speak. And that's a current theme, or speaking and no one hearing you, no one acknowledging, like, I've got all these things to say, and everyone says, oh, you're just some crazy lady, right? My whole entire life. So that was really cool to release that energy of feeling that way. So I did the 3 sessions. feel amazing. I feel light. I feel like I don't give a crap about anything or you know, any other feelings outside of me because I know I'm centered, I'm grounded, I'm secure, I'm confident. Like it's amazing the feeling. And I was wondering how long that feeling was going to stay with me until I needed to have another tune up session. So I decided to jump on her schedule last week. I had another session. So it was like 7 weeks in between when I had the first three sessions. So I went back Thursday night and she opened me up and then she checked my chakras to see what, if anything was out of balance anymore. And after 7 weeks, I was still all in balance. There was nothing that was indicating that I needed to balance anything, which was phenomenal. I asked her if we could do the back thing again because that was just amazing. So she turned me over. She did a lot of work on my back with different weighted forks. And she actually touches the area of she puts you in contact with the tuning forks all the way down your back and kind of just gets everything tuned up. They say that these frequencies go into your cells and then they know exactly what to do to balance you out. I will tell you. And then we did the sound bowls again and the water on my back with the bowls. I will tell you that I zoned out. Like, it's hard to put into words the experience, but I felt like I was in like a grand cathedral, like the ornate cathedrals that you see, in Europe or Spain or, somewhere ancient. And this beautiful, just the beautiful sounds and the bells and the tones. It's pretty trippy actually. And when the session was over, it took me a while to get back grounded. 15-20 minutes, not days, but to get to ground again. So in order to ground me again, she said, wash your hands, go wash your hands, get some water on them. And then she put me in a big bowl, barefoot, huge, like a Tibetan bowl. And then she banged it and the vibrations went up and down me and 3 times. And that was to get me back grounded here. Um, so right now I'm just trying to figure out, like, do I need to do this once every 2 months? Do I need to do it twice a year? Do I need to do it once a year? Like, where's the frequency and how long, once you get tuned and you get rid of all that trauma and negative energy, does it stay or does it creep back in? Like, that's what I'm kind of experimenting with right now. Um, so I do have some things at home. So I use these at home. These are 528 hertz. And let me see if I can you guys hear that? I don't know if you guys can hear that. Usually I just keep them right by my ears here. And those are tuning forks at 528. So she uses all kinds of different hertz frequencies on you. She's got a whole set, but I chose to purchase online these 528 hertz tuning forks because 528 hertz is the frequency of love. And from my research, I found that that was mostly the best general frequency to kind of use all on a daily basis. Um, because a 528 hertz is supposed to reduce stress levels after 5 minutes. It works on the solar plexus chakra, which is known um, for fire, ego, identity, confidence, and it also um, connects to your digestive system. It restores, um, brings about harmony and balance in life. It restores human consciousness, uh, anxiety relief, reduce stress, improved lung capacity, mindfulness, and improves mindfulness and focus, and a feeling of being more aware and more balanced. So I probably use those tuning forks, I would say, a couple times a week, maybe. Like I haven't put it into practice on a daily basis yet. And I don't think I need to because I feel really good on a daily basis. Now, if I have, if I can see, if I feel any kind of anxiety, worry, um, stress, any kind of that coming in, then I will use those and do kind of like a little meditation. The other thing I've been using is there's a YouTube video, which I'll put the link below this video. It's a YouTube video. It's about 30 minutes long, and it goes through the whole solfeggio frequencies. I think there's 7 of them, and it kind of tells you what each frequency is rebalancing. And I let that play for like 30 minutes. Sometimes I do it before I go to bed. Sometimes I do it just during the day when I'm like doing a puzzle or I'm reading, and I'll put that on in the background. And all it is a tuning forks, and they're just balancing you out. So I would start there. I would start doing your research, start, learning about this, because I feel like if you learn about it and then and you know what's going on, there has to be an element of belief here. Um there has to be a desire to change an outcome. You just can't do it and not have a focal point of a desire to change an outcome. So there's a lot to learn here. I hope this gives you a little bit of excitement. If we could use this kind of therapy to release trauma that people have been holding on to instead of drugs or alcohol or addictions, or it would be incredible. So I would highly recommend that. Jenny is the girl here, Healing Sound Resonant Healing Center in St. Pete. Her name is Jenny. She's phenomenal. She's booked solid. So if you want to get in, or if you're thinking about it, getting in, she's probably like 8 to 10 weeks out of getting in to see her. That's how successful she is. Um, I hope this has sparked some some desire to learn about it, because I think this is the future of a lot of our medicine. You guys have a great day. Bye.